Welcome to AG's Ace. This one is about Sanju Samson, a tremendous talent, but for some reason or the other, he seems to be not getting it right, whether it was the last IPL or whether it is this IPL. He's got 100 so far, but the inconsistency in scoring and also the expectations of captaincy in the IPL seem to be troubling him quite a bit. And there is quite a bit of buzz around him as to why a talent like Sanju Samson can't find his way into the Indian team. Let's take a look at how things have gone so far for the Rajasthan Royals, and he's the skipper. So they've played 4 matches so far. They have won just one match. They've lost three. And they stand at position 8, which is quite bad for Sanju Samson and the Rajasthan Royals. Also, in the absence of Jofra Archer and Ben Stokes with an injury who's flown back, they do have quite a bit of problems. They currently have two big guns who have not been really able to kick in. One is Chris Morris and the other is David Miller, who comes at the top of the batting order. But let's talk about Sanju Samson. So he became the first man to get 100 this IPL, and still Rajasthan Royals went and lost the match. After that came scores of 4-1 and 21, quite poor. And this is something which has created a big question mark on his lack of consistency. Now, the franchise is yet to pick replacement players, and the onus has been on Sanju Samson to step up his game and take charge of the proceedings with the bat. I believe that there are a couple of points which need to be taken care of and factored in. One is the criticism towards Samson's batting started after people started analyzing the way he scores his runs. Last season, he started the 2020 edition with two big 80-plus scores, but then managed to end up with only 375 runs in the tournament. His batting talent has been praised by experts around the world, but he does have a problem of scoring them consistently. This is a word that is associated with the big guns of cricket and the better players and the players who are known all over the world. They are known for their consistency. So they might have a couple of bad scores in between. They all go through that trough, but the most important part is consistency, and that seems to be eluding Sanju Samson so far, and that is something he needs to wrap his brains around it and sort it out. His graph fluctuates too much. The all or nothing approach doesn't work in cricket, because if you have this kind of the hill graph around your batting average, then it doesn't look pretty either on screen, and of course you come in for criticism. So as a batsman, he should be able to change gears and also make adjustments with the changing match situation, and that doesn't seem to be happening. Even in yesterday's match, the way he got out was a pretty soft dismissal, holding out to a player at mid-on, and it was pretty much a set piece which RCB had laid a trap for him, and he fell for it. So this is something that a player of his caliber should have seen and should have been able to tackle. Let's go through a couple of comments. Sunil Gavaskar, who says, one of the reasons why he has not been featuring in the Indian team is that he scores runs in one game and then he looks to do it and carry on as if he's batting in the next game from the same game. And that's how he keeps getting out. So what Sunny Gavaskar is basically suggesting to Sanju Samson is that, take a fresh card, take a new approach, analyze the pitch conditions, look at the opposition, and do not continue from where you left off. That is typically the Bombay club's thinking. And coming from Sunny Gavaskar, maybe Sanju Samson needs to seriously look at it. Talking about his captaincy, Gavaskar says, I think if the captain leads by example, the captain scores runs because he's the one class act in the team. Yes, there is David Miller. There is Chris Morris, who can come in and smash a few. But at the top of the order, they need to get it right, because what happens is that they have a little problem at number 5, 6, and 7. And the latest comment coming from Sanju Samson himself is that they need to seriously look at analyzing the batting order, and it should start from him. Kevin Peterson is a fan of Sanju Samson. He says, I just love Sanju every single year. I'm just in absolute awe of the way he plays his shots and the line that he has to play shots. His century against the Punjab Kings was absolutely magnificent, and he was very unlucky not to get his side over the line. But, and this is where KP analyzes the game very well, and this is where Sanju Samson needs to learn from him. He has a tendency to go missing in the middle of the tournament. Now, if you think about this phrase, he has a tendency to go missing in the middle of the tournament. It basically means that either the player is defocused, lacks concentration, his talent is not in doubt at all, but it is how you utilize your talent, you utilize your focus, and you get the desired results. KP also says, when you think too much about batting, a free spirit like Samson can go out there and just start tonking it everywhere. It's yet another reminder that there is no academy in the world like the IPL. Irfan Pathan says Sanju has so much talent but not so much commitment to play every ball on its merit. Gautam Gambhir says, if you look over the last many IPLs, consistency is an issue. He starts very well, but it's either nothing or everything. So your graph shouldn't fluctuate this much. And then he compares him to Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, who are all brilliant players. And so he says that if they make 80 odd runs, they don't score 0, 1 or 10 in the next few innings, but contribute with a knock of 30 or 40 odd runs. So it is the consistency and the mindset which seems to be currently a bit of a problem with Sanju Samson. I really hope he kicks in, because like Rishabh Pant made it, Sanju Samson is another player in the Team India would need desperately in the shorter format with the T20 World Cup looming large. He's a tremendous player and who can add a lot of value. It is up to him to change the game. And I hope he does. Thanks for watching AG's Ace.